Glitched history, anomaly report running. Let's dig into the strange, often overlooked story of women's football. How it went from outright bans to, well, a bit of glory. There once was a time when women were allowed to kick balls in public, and then they weren't. Let me take you back to the year 1921, when flapper dresses were hot and misogyny was even hotter. Women's football was on the rise. Crowds of 50,000 watched teams like the Dick, Kerr Ladies FC, yes, that's their real name, run circles around the pitch, and, incidentally, society. Then the Football Association saw women being too successful, too athletic, too independent. So naturally, they banned them, because football is quite unsuitable for females and ought not to be encouraged. Translation, you're getting attention, and we don't like that. But hey, England wasn't the only country to glitch out. Germany banned women's football from official clubs in 1955. Brazil outlawed it entirely from 1941 to 1979 because it went against feminine nature. Which is weird, because have you seen Marta? In France, women played in unofficial leagues, ignored, dismissed, DIY style. In many African and Middle Eastern countries, women played in secret, on sand pitches with no boots, no audience and no permission. But they played, because code finds a way, even when the firewall is cultural. The year was 1921. The ban would last 50 years, half a century, an entire football career, multiplied by 3.5. And what did women do? They kept playing, in muddy fields, public parks, with barely legal equipment and zero support. Because Resilience.x was running on loop. They even created their own leagues. One was called the English Ladies Football Association. Adorable, right? But trying to run a league without pitches or sponsors was like trying to stream Netflix on a potato. Still, they persisted. Glitch after glitch. Flash forward to 1971, when UEFA politely tapped England on the shoulder and whispered, "Hey, maybe don't be terrible." So the FA begrudgingly lifted the ban. 50 years late, but sure, clap it up for minimum effort. Suddenly the world remembered, oh right, women are actually good at this? We're now living in a timeline where women's football is exploding, in a good way for once. FIFA wants 60 million female players by 2027. The Women's World Cup is expanding to 48 teams, and clubs like London City Lionesses just clawed their way into top-tier leagues without borrowing a single jersey from the men. In the US, they won 4 World Cups and still had to fight for equal pay. In Spain, they filled stadiums. In Iran, fans had to disguise themselves as men just to watch matches. And in Afghanistan, they played under threat, then fled, and now play again. Different flags, same cleats. So to every federation that blocked the game, it wasn't just a ban, it was a global glitch. And somehow, the women patched it themselves. So, to the ghosts of the 1921 FA board, you tried to delete an entire movement. But women didn't just survive, they rewrote the game. And to the ones still saying it's just not the same, you're right, it's better.
I've been kicked by queens and clowns, launched into goalposts and gender politics. I've been banned, boxed and bounced across history. They said I wasn't meant for women, but women kept picking me up, passing me around, scoring again and again. Now, I roll in stadiums packed with thunder. I fly on feet that were once told to sit still. I bounce through barriers like they were never there. So next time you see me spinning down the pitch under stadium lights, remember, I don't care who kicks me, just kick harder and maybe say thanks.
Well, that got emotional. A sentient ball with more character development than most biopics. Anyway, that was the story of how women's football was banned, ignored, underestimated, and then rebooted. So what now? Like, subscribe, smash the patriarchy, or all three. Your move.